We're live.
What's up, everybody?
Oh, man. Welcome to the Swolecast, everyone. I'm David Kitchen, joined by Peter Overzet, joined by Dan Gaspar, and joined by Davis Mattek. Davis, I want to start with you today on this post-draft edition.
Mm-hmm.
You had a bad day last week. We recorded.
I had a bad weekend. I was looking forward to the NFL draft for literal months. It was the oasis. It was supposed to be awesome, and it was terrible. Right?
Dave,
like I
Dave
had a horrible
hasn't even
weekend.
asked you a question yet, Davis.
Yeah. So it's okay. It's okay. So Davis, you got your first take on Old Takes Exposed. We actually talked about the tweet that Old Takes Exposed, and you were mad.
Mad, yeah. I mean, I was like maybe not
Don't
like
tell
seeing
me like
red
you were
angry.
you were just disappointed. Like
No. I was like super annoyed because I was already like I'm dealing with all of these losers who were like Super Bowl winning Chiefs, the Super Bowl winning coaches draft running backs. They know what to do. Like I was
just
already
say clutch
annoyed.
Fantasy. Just say Clutch Fantasy.
It was not just him. It was
draft
people
sheet.
It was a lot of people who should know better is what it was. It was a lot of people who should know better. And then not only that, I had just traded away a 2020 first-round draft pick to J.J. Zacharyson for Damian Williams in a league where we had just won a championship. And so, like, I'm like fantasy tilting. I'm real life tilting. I wanted the Chiefs to take a cornerback so they could win more titles. So, like, I'm all these types of tilting. Old Takes Exposed. Yeah, it was a bad combination of things. I was miserable.
Nazis got thrown around a little bit. I think somebody.
Well, the
called somebody
thing
else
that
a
got
Nazi.
me is that Davis said that it was a gathering of negativity.
Is that like it sounds like something someone called the gathering of the Juggalos, like they were really pissed off. It was just a gathering of negativity. What it really was.
But from Davis, who flames everyone, like if someone flames a take of his, usually he'll go to that person's Twitter account, search the timeline, and then quote tweet their bad
That's the rules of the internet. You come at me, then you also came at. That's the rules, dude. That's
right.
I mean, I think that's a fair transaction.
So you're saying you're upset because Old Takes didn't come at you first?
No, I was wrong. I was wrong to get upset at all. I just was having a bad day and was annoyed. Like I just like getting retweeted by Old Takes Exposed was not the thing that was bad.
Yeah. I enjoyed it because my tweets about it did great as far as like interaction goes.
You get like a 13 like tweet. Is that big for you these days?
Davis, we're like triple digits on these likes.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I like how there was a runoff engagement economy off of the Old Takes again. Dave was just drafting off of that on Twitter.
I mean, per usual,
I do want to give you credit. You turned it into a situation where you realized that you were wrong, had thin skin, and invited him to be on your podcast. So
yeah, I thought he had some very thoughtful things to say on the show. Like it went better than I expected. Like I thought there was a chance that we would get on and it would be confrontational, and it wasn't really. I thought it was a good conversation.
All right.
So that's how I feel about that.
Well, and we don't, we've always said this is a forward-thinking show, so we're just going to move forward. But I did want to give you kudos for that. We're going to be talking about the first round. I'm in all these rookie drafts for these like best ball dynasty leagues, and it's been fun. It's been fun, except where Britt Devine is like hijacking the threads, sending out multiple trade offers, doing commentary, but we are going to do our own rookie draft on this show. So, Peter, what are the rules for this? 6 rounds?
First of all, if Britt's watching, I say we get him on here. I'll bow out. Like, I mean, it seems like he has a really good grasp of kind of rookie draft valuations.
Just
and stuff.
the master class of rookie drafts is what you're going to get from Britt Devine.
Sorry, what
Ben
was the question?
Yeah. Ben Gretsch with CBS Sports asked in our little thread, how does Britt have such a good team? Whereas Britt took that as an invitation to tell a bunch of analysts how to win in dynasty drafts.
Here's the thing about Britt. You can get mad at his strategy, and if you're in a league with him, you will. However, the strategy gets results because at a certain time, he just beats you down. He just beats you down into accepting below market deals for your players. It's a skill, and it's a skill that many people would do better to have.
That's like how he got his wife to marry him last year. This is the same format.
What's he more relentless at? Sending bad trade offers or promoting his global poker referral link on Twitter?
The guy grinds, and I will say the other league that I'm in that he started is he grinds these leagues, and we were talking about it actually in the chat. Like a lot of times that's why I like the best ball format, because I can't keep up with people that live and breathe dynasty like during the season. I just need like a 2-week degen window where we can send trades, draft, and then let it play out. And that's basically what it is. So let's move on to the draft. 6 rounds, Peter. What are the positions we have to fill?
Yeah, so we are going to do, I believe it's going to be a super flex draft because we got to make sure these quarterbacks are getting drafted early. And I believe we're going to do a quarterback, running back, wide receiver slot, and 3 flexes is I think what Charlie established for us. So
quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and 3 flexes?
Yes. What's going to be
one of those is a super flex.
I think I was just treating the QB as its own slot.
Yeah.
Let's just say we all have to field a team. It also makes it really interesting. Whoever gets stuck holding the bag on the 4th QB is going to have to be a little patient for their team's production there.
Is that the strategy, though?
It could be the strategy.
Jake Eason, baby.
I mean, I personally like to punt mock drafts the first 3 or 4 years and then really kind of win the mock draft down the road. But to each his own.
I mean, it takes a real man to do that in a league where you have to pay fees to come in last place every single year. It takes a real man. One would say it takes like a 5'6" guy from St. Louis, Missouri level of manhood to do that.
All right, so Davis, before we go on, I do want to ask you with the Superflex, why anyone would not play Superflex Dynasty is beyond me. But
Kitchen, you really originated this format.
It's true.
Like everyone in the industry loves.
Hold on. We can talk about how I brought you into your position of fame later. Let's talk about you had the number 1 overall pick. Actually, we're going to say that. We're going to save it for content.
Save it for content.
All right. So we got six positions, and how are we picking who goes first?
I mean, as long as Davis doesn't have the 101, I'm okay with whatever order.
How about in the order of boxes on our screen, which is me, then Dan, then Pete, then Kitchen?
What are you talking about?
Everybody's boxes are different. I hate to tell you, Davis.
Okay, well, in the order on my box.
Mine's actually the same.
Oh, Dan's is the same, so therefore it is done. It's decided that's the order.
I don't have a problem with going forth.
I want the 101 so I can have
This
Davis
is a snake draft,
up.
by the way. This is a snake draft, not a...
Like all rookie drafts are.
Yeah. Thank you, Davis. Davis became a dynasty expert last year, and in this dynasty draft, in the thread said, why is this not a snake draft? Just
you love to see it.
Epic Davis. All right.
So I get to
Davis,
go first, though, right?
You have first pick, which is okay because I do want to talk about this. So go ahead. Who do you
much like the league where Peter and I are in together, I ruthlessly traded up to the 101 to select Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Any other pick than this, super flex, tight end premium, that just does not matter. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's going first overall. He's going to score many fantasy points.
Okay, so this is my question, because in our super flex, you have a rebuild team, and you chose CEH over Burrow in a super flex league.
Yeah, I was able to trade.
You have said about running backs not mattering, quarterbacks have such a long shelf life.
You and Joe Burrow wear the same kind of T-shirts.
That picture freaks me out still.
Every picture now, there's a picture of him wearing headphones that I think is David. Like, it came out yesterday.
Well, his hair, he cut his hair, so it's not. He doesn't like it's a little bit different now. But the logic for taking Clyde Edwards-Helaire first instead of Joe Burrow should be pretty clear, which is that quarterbacks are going to last longer. They're going to be like a more stable asset. But Clyde Edwards-Helaire is like already going like 15th overall in Superflex dynasty leagues, and if he has like not even a great season, but like a good rookie season, and then the Chiefs let Damian Williams go as a 29-year-old undrafted free agent, he might be like the second overall pick in fantasy drafts next year. So it seems pretty clear to me.
I just had this moment where I was imagining if Davis was the presumptive, 101 quarterback like Joe Burrow. But he had the same level of production as Joe Burrow in college, won the national title, but he's Davis's height. And Davis's cockiness at like the press conferences with all the GMs being like, man, had a great college career, but I'm really worried about this guy being 5'6" and being able to just see over offensive line. And Davis, like at the podium, be like, doesn't matter, dudes. I got a cannon of it all.
I'm the best, dude. It doesn't matter.
All right. I'm just gonna say that Davis said that Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going 15th overall. I just pulled up the ADP Superflex data from Dynasty League Football. Shout out to the guys there. You want to guess where he's going, actually?
Well, I'm in a very high stakes dynasty league with Mike right now. He's not going 81st overall. Maybe pre-draft. He will not go later than the third round for the rest of the year. That's just the way it is.
All right. Who's next?
I want third or fourth.
I guess it's me, and I have to pick. This is a little bit of egg on my face because I said Quintus Cephas is going to have a better or more meaningful NFL career.
Yeah, the 4-7 wide receivers can outproduce Jonathan Taylor.
But I mean, I think he's the obvious pick here. So I have to take him. It's a good spot for him, obviously. Marlon Mack's off contract next, or is a free agent next year. So at worst, we're looking at one season where he's playing behind Mack, but I think he probably surpasses him this season anyways. So yeah, Jonathan Taylor behind that offensive line. I think you have to take him here.
Love to see it. You love to see Tuttle continuing his Badger fandom into.
Can you make the case for anybody else here?
Yeah, you can make the case for Burrow. In the league that Peter and I are in together, we actually were in this same scenario. I pick first, someone else picks second, Peter picks third, and the person who picked second needed a quarterback the way their roster was structured, and they took Burrow. And I don't think it was bad.
The draft that I started this morning had Jonathan Taylor going first and then Burrow.
Yeah, there are like a lot of the guys over at RotoViz and stuff had Jonathan Taylor as their number one prospect and are keeping him there even after the Clyde Edwards-Helaire pick.
Well, that is a mistake, and that is placing too much. It's placing too much value in combine stuff, and that I'm like the number one guy of placing too much value in combine stuff.
Have you done your podcast with Siegel yet?
Yeah.
Did you ask him about why he still has Jordan Taylor as his 101?
Jonathan Taylor? Yeah, we had a long conversation about it, and you are more than welcome to listen to that on the Takecast feed. It's out right now, and I will be tweeting the link after we get done with this show.
I can't believe I just set you up to promote that.
Wow, yeah, thank you for that, Pete. All right, Pete, you got third overall pick. Who you want?
First of all, I just want to say I'm a little nervous right now to be drafting a quarterback in a Superflex league with the godfather of Superflex Dynasty is it's incredibly thrilling.
Wait, he actually invented
this is Superflex?
Dad, you didn't know? You want to redo your pick?
We went back and forth on that.
I thought it was pretty clear. It was Superflex.
It wasn't really clear, Peter.
No,
you said,
it wasn't clear.
Treat the quarterback like its own super flex, which
Right.
I thought was just like some sort of hippie thing.
So no, we have one rigid QB, one rigid RB, one rigid wide receiver, and then just flex, right? 3 flex.
It's semantics when only 4 quarterbacks are being drafted.
What if I surprise you and draft 5 quarterbacks if you make it a super flex?
Robust QB. Here's the deal. Everyone thinks I'm going to draft. Oh, man, you guys want to know how bad this is going? Someone in the chat is asking if we're buying cards these days. He thought he tuned in for the card investing. Nope. Sorry, sir. We are talking NFL players. Look, I've been going through all these rookie drafts, and I do not have a single share of Tua Tagovailoa. And I will not emerge from this drafting season without a single share of him. So in the Swolecast Superflex / maybe not Superflex rookie draft, Peter Overzet selects out of the University of Alabama, the Miami Dolphins cornerstone franchise quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa.
Fins up. Get your fins up.
So Tua is off the board. I got 2 picks here. If you didn't take Tua, I was going to go with Tua and Joe Burrow, since this is a
maybe
sort of
Superflex / maybe not Superflex.
It's like Superflex in theory. Treat it like a Superflex, but not. All right. So of course I'm going to take Joe Burrow. I mean, I think Burrow is the number 1 in Superflex, period. So for him to drop to number 4 for me is easy money.
Wow, Kitchen.
Wow.
Davis, I don't know. Like, running backs don't matter. I hate to tell you this. So with that being said, with Tua gone, Edwards-Helaire, Taylor gone, I'm gonna have to go with J.K. Dobbins. And I know I just said the running backs don't matter.
My man, you're not being very consistent.
I know. Well, you got to fill out that running back spot. So I'll go with J.K. Dobbins. We'll say that he is in a very #good spot there in Baltimore with that franchise. I mean, it's Baltimore and Kansas City for like the next 10 years. So whoever is on their teams, they're just going to be a fantasy.
But not Clyde. But not Clyde Edwards-Helaire though, because running backs don't matter except for when J.K. Dobbins matters, right?
Well, no, you chose him over a quarterback. Like, I just got the number 1 quarterback in a superflex with the last pick of our draft. But that's a mistake from you guys. So
I really love that for you.
Go, Peter. Who do you got?
The thing about Dobbins, if I can editorialize about Dave's decision here, is he's not going to catch passes in that offense. And so you're drafting him to rack up touchdowns.
because justice will finally be served, right?
No, because no one catches passes in the running back position in that offense.
Set you up and you didn't. All right.
Yeah. I thought he was going with the JK bit, like JK. Like,
guys, sometimes I don't make jokes and I just spit out hot fire.
I saw you on Friedman's podcast and I'm like, what is Overzet doing on Friedman's rookie podcast?
I like how it was they were doing a Twitch show, and the lead into our show was the guy who made The Last Dance, followed by me and Friedman talking about our rookie picks. Quite the lead in there.
Hey, shout out to Friedman. He crushed the draft props.
Yeah.
All right, Peter, are you going to make this pick?
The thing that Friedman doesn't tell you is a unit size for him is $5, so he didn't crush it that hard.
Don't be rude,
right.
Pete.
Sorry. My pick, Peter Overzet rushes to the podium to select Dallas wide receiver CeeDee Lamb. Boom. I think it's absolutely criminal, some of the running backs of Dobbins that people are taking over CeeDee Lamb in rookie drafts. I'm seeing Akers go ahead of him. It's absolutely egregious. He's a, dare I say, generational prospect playing with what I've heard is now the QB3 for fantasy, Dak Prescott. let's rock and roll.
Anytime you get the team's fourth best fantasy option, you got to roll out there.
Maybe Dude, Zeke is done, bro. This is Blake Jarwin's town now.
Blake Jarwin.
I included Jarwin on there. Zeke, Cooper, and Jarwin. Then after that,
the contract situation for both Amari and Gallup is a little tenuous, and Lamb can be the number one there sooner than later.
Well, he's better than Gallup, so they'll just resign Gallup to a good, team-friendly deal and let Cooper go after 2 years. There you go. Inside info, by the way.
Tuttle, you're up.
The
Dallas Cowboy inside info is priceless, Davis.
Yeah, I needed you guys to know. That was inside info.
I'm fielding trade offers right now if anybody wants.
Oh, well, I mean, if you want to pull the Brit Divine, just do this for the next 9 hours and then immediately decline every offer that you get. Brit picked one pick ahead of me. I had no preference on the two players that were available. I just wanted to get the draft moving, and I just wanted to pick the players, so I offered Brit a move up from the 6th round to the 5th round, like a pick swap in this stupid kitchen league that was the invention of Superflex Best Ball Dynasty leagues, and he didn't do it because he's Brit, and that's just what he does.
My favorite genre of Dynasty guy is the guy that goes, I'm going to pick here in about 45, do an hour. We'll review all offers. And they come back just who thinks their inbox is just going to be filled with all these juicy offers?
That is Britt and Michael Leone.
And Mike Leone.
Same thing.
Do some goddamn work. Start, fishing around for trade offers yourself. You don't just get to put your feet back and have all these Godfather offers roll into your inbox.
Leone was real life, me on Saturday level, tilting about our Dynasty leagues yesterday. He just sent out all these offers and no one was accepting them, even though they were very clearly favorable offers to the other side. But people are just afraid of trading in Dynasty leagues because if you lose a trade in a redraft league, whatever, you lose for that year and that's fine, and you lost and it's whatever. If you lose a trade in a Dynasty league, you can lose it so bad it haunts you for years. You can be like, oh, I traded away this pick that turned into Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey is the best player ever. I don't have him, and it was for 8 games of Austin Hooper.
Right. Thank you for explaining to us the difference between Dynasty and redraft.
Thank you, Brett.
I'm taking notes over here.
Well, this is why I don't make trades very often, because I'm afraid of the dunk.
We're 6 picks in, and we're 25 minutes in. So let's get it rolling.
Do we want the chalk? Do we want the chalk here or the more splashy pick?
I mean, I feel like for you, it should be a splashy pick.
I mean, it's not that splashy, but I think the chalk here would be Jerry Jeudy. I'm just going to go Justin Jefferson instead.
It should be Jeudy, but it's not, though. Jeudy goes late now.
The chalk there has been Akers or Swift from what I've seen.
Yeah. I don't want double running back to start here, though.
No.
It's a little bit about the composition.
I love Justin Jefferson. I know people are saying Rager over him, but I love Justin Jefferson.
Judy's going before Jefferson, though. Take running backs out.
They're going very close together now. Yeah.
All right.
There's
so it's not that splashy.
A tier of wide receivers.
No, it's pretty spicy. I mean, Kitchen just got him at the 4th pick of the 2nd round in a league where Kitchen and I are in together. So.
No, that's not
real.
True.
Is it time for the Davis double tap?
I got him at the second pick. Davis, go for
it. So I gotta make 2 picks here. Should be pretty simple. I'm just gonna take Jalen Reagor. Just guy fly Eagles fly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take Henry Ruggs as well.
Wait, so you have Ruggs and Rager ahead of Jeudy?
Trying to get some exposure to Ruggs. I don't have Ruggs in any of my leagues.
That's such stupid logic. What's up, Tua?
That was perfect.
It's literally my logic on this is as follows. I pretty much hate everything about the landing spot for Jeudy. I don't think he has any ability to become the alpha unless Sutton leaves. I think that his quarterback sucks. I think that he has a conservative play caller, and I think there are questions about his health because of the knee thing. I think for Ruggs, it's way more binary, which is either he's going to be so freaky and fast, and they're just going to scheme him all these ways to get touches, and he's going to be awesome, or he's not. Like, I think Jeudy could be an awesome player and still only see like 85 targets a year, just because like that's the way it's going to be in Denver. So
you're riding that Gruden hype train, aren't you?
I mean, it would, like, if he had 120 targets this year, Peter, how surprised would you be?
Ruggs?
Yeah.
I'd be surprised.
I'd be surprised too.
I mean, I think it is. I think
short passes to him and letting him work in
I think
space.
it's way more in the range of outcomes that Ruggs leads all rookies in targets, or all rookie wide receivers in targets, than it is that Jeudy does.
Tyrell the Gazelle had 64 targets last year.
Yeah. Like, I think Waller was the only one who had more than 100 for them last year.
I'd be more convinced in an argument that was like he's going to lead them in touchdowns than lead them in targets.
Well, I think so. The volume stuff is an extrapolation of being like, well, they selected him first overall, and generally, if you just look at draft position as the flag, that's generally a good way to think about valuing these guys.
Yeah, but we've seen these speed guys: John Ross, Marquise Brown, Phillip Dorsett, go in the first round.
Will you do the thing?
What thing?
Well, I'll tell you what. Henry Ruggs might not score a lot of fantasy points, but this is what he will do. He will clear out space for the rest of the offense that he's in.
I like this selection more from a real life NFL standpoint than I do a fantasy standpoint.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Henry Ruggs is going to lead the team in ADOT.
Yeah. Thank you, Dan.
I'm so pissed at how this board fell.
All right. I get Jeudy. I take Jeudy now. I mean, it's easy.
This is why I was fine with Davis having the first overall pick, because I knew he was going to Mattek it pretty easily. All right, so Jeudy's off the board.
And I want to say, Davis, where do you have Akers in your dynasty ranks? Because this is such disingenuous drafting.
I took Clyde Edwards-Helaire first, so I needed a wide receiver. But yeah, I have Akers like 6, I think.
I hate you.
I mean, I really like Cam Akers. Oh, I don't really.
No, you have Cam Akers 5.
Dude, yeah, let me look.
And you have Jeudy ahead of Ruggs and Rager.
This is disingenuous.
That is all of that is true and good. I'm doing that for the bit.
You're explaining away 2 picks as a bit now?
Dude, I can explain away any pick I want as a bit.
This is so disingenuous. I can't believe I'm left with this board. All right, sorry.
Just wanted you to take Akers also.
Do you have a spiel for Jeudy?
No, I'm actually with Davis. I'm a little shorter. I don't have my finger on the pulse as much as you guys do, but I think people are actually treating this as like a breakout season for Drew Lock. Yeah, it's a good landing spot. I don't agree with that. I'm a lot shorter on Drew Lock than.
Well, they got the weapons.
Yeah, they got the weapons, but they need somebody to throw them the ball.
It's like what would Mitch Trubisky do with the Chiefs? He'd still be Mitch Trubisky. You know what I mean?
And then you're just cannibalizing targets too once you rack up too many weapons. So I don't love the spot, but I'll still take Jeudy here.
Huddle, incoming trade offer for you.
All right, let's hear it.
My 3-3 and my 7-3.
Literally,
Jerry Jeudy.
There's not a 7-3.
You know, 7-3 pick.
No, don't do it. He doesn't want to have to take Cam Akers, and I want to hear him just worm his way through it.
I'm good.
All right, I'll do a bit, dude. I don't even have. Apparently, we're all just doing bits.
All right, no, it's not a bit. This is legit.
This is
legit, not a bit.
Well, if I was not trying to diversify my exposure with my rap picks right there, I would have just taken Akers and Jeudy. But I wanted to have some fun.
Came up with a segment though: legit or a bit.
Legit or a bit.
Charlie, if you're listening, go write that down for next time.
All right. With this show, the answer would always be a bit.
A bit. Yeah.
All right, I'm very reluctantly making this pick, but one of my favorite dynasty analysts has Cam Akers as his 5th overall pick. That gives me enough cover to draft Cam Akers, running back for the Los Angeles Rams.
David, do you have any inside info there?
I have as much inside info. I have as much inside info as I did for Malcolm Brown.
Hey, I don't have Swift being off the board. Is that legit?
He's there.
Yeah,
for
you want to draft Kerryon Johnson's backup here?
Okay. So when I was about to draft J.K. Dobbins, it was between him and Swift. But yeah, I don't want to draft a Lions running back. With
Like,
that
how fun
spot.
was it to own
ugly.
Kerryon Johnson these last couple of years? Was that a good experience for anyone?
No, but I mean, Swift is legit.
He's a generational talent.
Yeah.
He's a poor man's theoretic. That's what he is.
How dare you? Theoretic is a free agent right now.
He has a
huge
his
coffee
dad's
cup
awesome.
kitchen.
I know what they say.
Is it hot chocolate with all that whipped cream on there?
No. It does have some like creamer though, and a lot of whipped cream. Yes. All right. So I'm going to take DeAndre Swift. And I know I said running backs don't matter. And listen, huge hypocrite over here. I don't care. I'm going to penalize you guys for not taking these guys. So I'm going to go with Keshawn Long Gone Vaughn.
All right, we are doing bits.
We are doing bits. Everyone's doing bits. I'm taking Albert Okobowunum next.
Talk about the most overvalued guy right now.
There were people coming out and being like, he is the 101 in rookie drafts after he was selected at like the 96th overall pick to a team that already has a second round running back on the roster.
Nah, Vanderbilt, bro. Vanderbilt.
I didn't
Anchor
need
down.
a sexy. I didn't need a sexy pick there because I already have so much value from Swift and Burrow. So
he has
I don't need
long history of NFL players from Vanderbilt.
Listen, I was one of the ones that was on. It was like me and JJ Zacharyson before the draft. You know, it's like you had a couple sharp people that were on it. Obviously, the Bucks were on it too, but this guy has a legit skill set.
How much is it going to destroy you if Dare Ogunbowale is playing third downs? Like, what is that going to do to you emotionally?
I want you to like imagine yourself
trying to defend Keyshawn Vaughn,
the Vanderbilt offensive line against SEC teams.
I mean, the same can be true of Cam Akers. Cam Akers' offensive line is terrible.
Right, and he's got a same thing going forward. So, all right, that's my Keyshawn Vaughn take. I am going to just absolutely – these polls are going to be so lopsided.
I think that's what I was going to say. Kitchen's totally appealing to the DFS Twitter masses right now, just trying to get votes because everybody is all over Keyshawn Vaughn.
Well, I think before we put up the Twitter poll, Davis should explain to people the difference between dynasty and redraft so they know what they're voting on.
No, I think it should be
Peter.
You've been so clear and concise with constructions.
I'd be glad to, Pete. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys know, but you actually get to keep the guys forever. Okay. Is it back to me or is it Dan?
It's back to you. That's how Snake
back to you. Yeah, we actually skipped you.
Yeah, you're right.
You got penalized for offering me a non-draft pick.
Your New England Patriots, you just have foregone this pick, skipping the Tuttle for trying to break the rules.
All right. We are going to add another wide receiver to the squad. He is joining the Jacksonville Jaguars in Gardner Minshew. He's going to emerge as their wide receiver 2 behind DJ Chark out of the University of Colorado.
Colorado University.
Chenault Jr., come on down.
Did you say LaVixa?
Yeah, that's kind of like a little pet nickname I have for him.
Yeah.
This guy was a college football DFS legend.
He was.
Yeah.
Not his last season, but his sophomore season. His sophomore season, he was the GOAT.
The greatest guy to come out of University of Colorado since Paul Richardson. Let's go.
You love to see it.
Tuttle?
I'm going to go with landing spot here. Traded up to get their guy. Did they trade up?
You know, Britt Devine tells me a lot of
I don't remember.
A lot of things in Dynasty have to do with landing spot.
Landing spot. Brandon Ayuk.
I like it.
Yeah, I
Davis
mean, he's
does
going to
not
definitely
like
he's definitely going to have like a 46% snap share behind Kendrick Bourne for the next couple of years, but it's fine.
Or Kitchens. Who's Kitchens' favorite on that team again? Dante
Pettis, who's going to get cut.
The clear wide receiver one on that team.
The Shanahan wide receiver one narrative. Never forget.
I will say they are loaded with wide receivers this year. You've got Trent Taylor coming back from injury. You've got Jalen Hurd. If he's healthy, like they might have to move him to tight end. They signed Juwan Jennings from Tennessee, like a free agent signing. Like they are Richie James. You guys know that guys that return kicks are pretty good wide receivers.
Kitchen's just listing everybody's like loosely tied to Tennessee and Middle Tennessee State as really good.
Trent Taylor is not one, but they do have Middle Tennessee connection. All right, Davis, you got two.
Yeah. So this one is pretty easy for me. I am going to take Justin Herbert to get myself a quarterback who's going to score some points this year. This is right about the point where he goes off in rookie drafts. Anyways, I hate him. Like I think he's going to be bad, and I don't think he's going to get that mega extension from the Chargers. And there's a group of wide receivers here: Michael Pittman, Denzel Mims, and T. Higgins. I basically just coin flip these in every draft that I'm in because I don't want to be overexposed to any of them because they all have flaws of various types. Namely, they're all
Davis,
too old.
Are you going to make a pick or not?
Yeah, I'm taking Pittman. But I was going to explain the logic, but whatever, that's fine.
Well, I mean, you can explain it later, right? Like after these guys get picked. Like that's
later. Okay.
Like that's how the mock drafts work.
Well, boys, there comes a time in every Superflex rookie mock draft where sometimes you don't take the best available and you just turn the screws on one of your league mates who hasn't maybe drafted optimally. So I'm going to go ahead and
are you skipping Tuttle?
You're trying to skip me again?
Tuttle's going next, dude.
Damn it.
Why didn't you let him say who he was going to pick, though?
I thought I made it pretty clear who I was going to pick, but if I didn't, then that's good.
I haven't followed the bit closely enough.
He said, I love how we basically stuck Tuttle with Jordan Love.
I'm not taking him right here. Why would I take him?
I know.
I'm taking Denzel Mims.
Tuttle literally.
Mims the word.
Like, are you Team Rodgers or Team Love? Like, pretty soon these are going to be warring factions in the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be Rodgers. You got to stick with Rodgers. Love wasn't even that good of a prospect, is the thing here.
I would dare say he was a bad prospect at Utah State.
Right. And so it's like, no, you got to stick with Rodgers here. But yeah, Denzel Mims is my pick. Him sliding in the draft is actually kind of scary, though. Like, what's out there?
It's because guys who have to play all 4 years at wide receiver in college are generally like there's something wrong with them that you find out later on. Like we call it the Corey Davis syndrome.
It's like the hot girl that's like 35 years old, not married. There's a reason.
I mean, I hate to give it to Kitchen, but they're definitely, it would be the equivalent of like someone who seems attractive, has a good job and everything, still single at 35. It's like there's something missing.
Did you guys watch Love Is Blind? That one girl that was with
no
Tuttle. You didn't even do Love Is Blind. I thought that was up your alley.
I read books, Peter.
What's that?
I would have thought that was up Tuttle's alley as well.
That's
Tuttle loves the challenge.
I love trashy reality. But I can't. I'm staying away from these Netflix shows.
It's a gathering of negativity, really. You don't need to watch it. All right,
Can
Peter,
go ahead? Can I ask for something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Charlie, when you're running out on the poll on Twitter, can you just ask who had the best college football all-star team? Because my team is pretty college production. Who has the best college production team? Yes.
You guys, right. I just thought of a good future tweet. Let me workshop it here. So it's like Packers preseason. Jordan Love's getting some playing time. He throws a pick six and someone goes, I didn't know there was a new season of Love Is Blind on right now. Dave, you kind of like that one, did you?
Dude,
any dad joke I'm going to laugh at. I've already thought about the Love puns. There's just so like, what else have you traded for Love? Like, like stuff like that. There's just so much there.
It could
Something
reach
that's,
Jeremy Lin level status. No, the pun game, that was the highest it had ever got with Jeremy Lin. I mean, that was out of control. Guess you guys are too old to remember that.
Linsanity was like when I fell in love with sports gambling. It was a really good time in my life. Something that's really frustrating to me is that I think Peter is so funny, and I really wish that I didn't. I think all of his tweets are funny, and most of his dumb dad jokes I think are really funny, and I wish I didn't.
All right, that's enough, Davis.
Wow.
Let's so I'm not allowed to draft Jordan Love here by my own roster construction.
Because it's not.
You're making up rules as we go here, so I'm not in the spirit of the.
I don't care.
I don't even know if you can or not.
I don't care if you can.
I am worried Tuttle's gonna lose this poll. So I won't do that to him. Tuttle seems like a nice guy, for all intents and purposes.
He seems like a nice guy.
I mean, I'm taking Jalen Hurts anyway, so.
No,
there you go.
Oh wait, yeah, you are able to.
I thought you were more of a Jacob Eason kind of guy.
I thought he was gonna be Eason guy too because he had a good college.
All right, I'm gonna take.
Jalen was the college football DFS goat.
Yes,
that's true.
Legend.
All right, I'm gonna take T. Higgins. Might have to wait a year. Higgins to Burrow. Could be hot.
Here's the thing. Right. People are saying this, but you gotta wait for Higgins. What, David?
Davis. I want to ask you. Go back to your point about Higgins, Pittman, and Mims all being in the same tier. For me, it's Higgins above Pittman and Mims. What don't you like about T. Higgins? I think he's a great pick.
He's slow. He real slow.
He's a 4.4?
No, 4.6. 4.6 with a 1.66 10-yard split, which is third percentile for wide receivers.
I want to pull
I
this
don't
up.
think he's 4.6.
It's 4.59. I pulled it up.
Okay.
I was hoping for a Curtis Samuel situation too.
That's what I was too.
Yeah.
Guys, I've been grinding these rookies.
Information I have is wrong then.
Kitchen is about to take Darrington Evans right here. Just watch him.
He's gonna stop laughing.
And Antonio, no. Let's go with. Man, that was the tier. There's only one guy left in that tier of wide receivers.
No, that tier is over.
No, Davis. It's Bryan Edwards.
A 4th round pick who is the 3rd wide receiver selected by his team in one draft. Do you think is in the second tier of wide receivers?
Listen, if you take Ruggs as high as you did when they drafted with high draft capital with 2 other wide receivers, then you are also on the Gruden hype train like I am. So
I'm just doing math, David.
Bryan Edwards crushed in college. You've seen some of the contested catches.
Total, can you confirm? Is he on all team production?
He's not. No,
he isn't.
No, not on all team production. Can I just say
watch his highlight tape? Go for it.
Watch the tape.
I just wanted to say we have the deepest wide receiver class in history, and David's only drafted wide receiver so far is Bryan.
Bryan Edwards. You love
Dave's having the Packers draft right now.
Dave, you're having a bad show, buddy.
No.
Decided to Garrett
Peter is having a bad show. I'm going with the format. I'm taking advantage of you guys.
We'll
Peter,
let the
called him.
We'll let the voters decide.
You got him Jordan Taylor, and you also tried to pick out of turn, which is
Hey, to be fair, Jordan Taylor was a Wisconsin Badger.
He
just played basketball.
Basketball? Yeah.
I was just mixing those two up. Huge Jordan Taylor fan.
Big Wisconsin men's basketball fan, Peter Overzet.
And honestly, I hate it because all of the that's all the wide receivers now. So I probably
there is one you're missing. Do you want me to help you?
No.
Okay, I won't.
I mean, there's another tier of guys.
Well, Bryan Edwards was not in the tier that you just mentioned, and there is a guy who goes routinely ahead of Bryan Edwards who you could be selecting.
The
Kitchen literally
is
a
big fan of this guy.
Kitchen, by the way, is literally doing this on note paper, he's writing the selections down by
note paper. I printed out my rankings.
Dave, do a whip.
He's got the highlighter.
This is a fantasy football draft from 2007 right now.
Dave, do a whip it before this pick on air.
Zach Stacy on here. All right. I will select Chase Claypool.
There we go. I knew you'd get there.
You and the counselor on the Claypool train.
Claypool was Tuttle. You can back me up on Claypool. Big Ben Pritchett prospect, Chase Claypool.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Pritchett, the counselor, the Steelers, and Davis Mattek all aligned on this one.
You look at my guys, Chase Claypool. I just pulled him up. His comp is Dorial Green Beckham, but he's gonna be better than Dorial Green Beckham.
No one is
fast
drafted.
guy, 6'4", did good at Notre Dame.
My favorite thing about your draft so far, Dave, is how in this 2-round mock you've collected now 2 third-round picks, which I really respect.
you love to see it.
I'm gonna wipe the floor with you guys.
Yeah, Brian Edwards, dude.
Look at that team. If Burrow didn't fall to him, look at that team. Whew.
Dude, my team is good. My team is so good.
Oh,
all
man.
right, Peter, you're up.
All right. It's time to appeal to authority. It's time to appeal to the running back truthers. It's time to give the Twitter voters a bone, a little piece of just pure power running back fodder to make them vote for my team.
Don't portray your brand this way.
AJ Dillon, come on
Oh gosh.
down. The people are gonna love it. The thing is, guys, it's actually Dynasty, and he could be their starting running back in a year.
Well, they are going run heavy.
They're trying to be the 49ers.
I don't know if you heard, but
AJ
AJ Dillon is either Andre Williams or Derrick Henry, and for the purposes of this mock draft, he's Derrick Henry.
All right, so thank you for bringing that up because I wanted to bring that up. It is a big pet peeve of mine that someone compares AJ Dillon to the
here we go.
Physical specimen that is Derrick Henry.
Devin,
there is only one
Derrick
Henry. There's only one 6'3", 260 guy.
If I could kick you out of this right now, you'd be so gone.
All right. Anyways, Tuttle, you're up.
Jalen Hurts.
Wow.
Team college production. Tuttle is
with the
owning
theme here.
Yeah.
Sticking with the theme. I mean, Jalen Hurts is going to have more fantasy production the first 2 years than Jordan Love.
Oh, is this?
I don't care.
Draft?
I don't care if it's dynasty. I'm going to sell him when he's has more value than Jordan Love after his first year of smashing, and after Carson Wentz goes down with a concussion, after the first 2 games.
I bet if the first time Jalen Hurts takes like a read option 30 yards down the field, you can flip him to Davis straight up for Clyde Edwards.
For like a 2021 for like 2 2021 firsts immediately, buddy.
So in this situation, Wentz is Romo and Hurts is Dak.
Wentz is Bledsoe and Hurts is Brady.
Okay.
Let's not shortchange Jalen Hurts.
Where did he go to? Where did he play his last year of college football?
I don't recall. Does anyone else have that information handy?
Okay, boomer. All right, Davis, you're up with 2.
Wait, is it just 1? Don't you have 5?
Yeah, it's just 1.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to decide if I should kowtow to the boomers and select Zach Moss, or if I should take the player that I like, which is Antonio Gibson. So I don't know.
So do you care about winning the Twitter poll, or do you care about having your
integrity? Hey, Davis, any you got to take a Redskins running back.
He's not really a running back.
Pretty sharp.
He's basically going to be their version of Curtis Samuel.
You know what? Yeah, I'd rather win the poll, so I'm going to take Zach Moss. Don't feel good about that. That's not a good decision. That is not. Yeah. Don't really like Zach Moss. Think he's bad, but
I thought
he ran a 4.72.
How many players do you have, Davis? This is a 6-round mock.
Kitchen's trying to make it as the 7 round so that
I want to do that trade.
So I only took 5 players then, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's a 6-round mock.
No.
Kitchen is so confused right now on how a snake draft works.
The whoever has the first pick is going to have only 1 pick in the final round.
Yes, correct.
We snaked back in the 6th round to Davis for his last pick.
Odds going out, evens coming back. Think about it.
Dave,
it's a snake. It's a snake.
Follow my finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so this is the 6th round then. That's the last pick of the draft?
Yes.
I thought
you still have like 30 prospects on your board. You want to go 10 rounds?
I still got a whole sheet. I got a second sheet left.
David really wanted Adam Troutman with this.
Where's Bryson Hopkins? I was gonna put him in there.
It's like 4 hours later. KJ Hill.
KJ Hamler. All right. So we have our 6-person teams then.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought there was still another round. Let's go 2 more. All right. Well, so I'm definitely winning this with my roster then.
There's one thing I know for sure, and it's that Dave's roster isn't winning the poll.
I feel pretty confident that Brian Edwards going solidified. Tough scene.
In a super flex, I've got Burrow, Swift, and Dobbins. I mean, the rest
and
long gone Vaughn. The rest is just the topping on the cake.
Dave drafted Brian Edwards in 3 committee running backs.
You do love to see it.
Gosh,
no, I love to see
it. You guys just like you don't. I guess if you created a dynasty format that people live by now, like it'd be different. You haven't walked a mile in my shoes.
You haven't walked David's walk. All right.
Okay. So let's just recap our teams. Davis, what's your team?
So my team is Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Jalen Reagor, Henry Ruggs, Justin Herbert at quarterback, Michael Pittman Jr., and Zach Moss.
Yikes! All right,
pretty good. Those are all guys. Those are all guys who are going to go in the first 2 rounds of dynasty drafts. So maybe that's why you didn't understand.
No, there's going to be a bunch of bad teams in a 4-team mock draft. All right, let's go.
Well, there's at least one bad team, Dave.
I'm not finishing last in this poll. I would bet you whatever you want.
Oh, let's get
The thing that Dave has on his side is everyone is slurping that Keyshawn Vaughn right now.
Yep.
And Swift and Dobbins and Burrow in a super flex.
No, he's got Burrow and Vaughn to propel him a little bit, I think.
Yeah, all the slappies will come out for Dave.
4 SEC guys. Listen.
I think I'm winning the poll, though, to be honest. I've got the most appealing team.
All right, so go ahead and give your team.
Yeah, let's hear it.
The quarterback, it's a little rough. Jalen Hurts. My only running back is Jonathan Taylor. And then I went wide receiver heavy. Justin Jefferson, Jerry Jeudy, Brandon Ayuk, and Denzel Mims.
I can't believe you got bailed out on Jeudy after taking Jefferson ahead.
Look at that team. Look at that is a good team.
That's a solid team. If this was not if this wasn't a super flex league where you would need to start
it's Schrodinger's flex. No one knows if we have quarterbacks in there or not.
Go ahead and explain it again, Peter, for the people that don't understand.
Oh, how the contest works?
Yeah, go ahead.
You vote for me.
Explain the whole super flex with only one quarterback.
There is technically only one quarterback slot, but the spirit of the context is kind of like we drafted with a super flex mentality to pay homage to the founder of Super Flex Dynasty Best Ball Mock Drafts. Actually, no, you're the founder of Super Flex Best Ball Drafts. I'm the founder of quasi super flex 4-man mock drafts.
All right, Peter, go ahead and give your squad.
Yeah. Go. Tua Tagovailoa, CeeDee Lamb, Cam Akers, Lavixa Shenault Jr., T. Higgins, AJ Dillon, Cash Money.
Oh gosh, get ready for it.
All right. I think I've got like 4 guys in the top 10 of the Super Flex Dynasty rankings. That bodes well for me. I've got Joseph Burrow, and then J.K. Dobbins.
Good start.
And
Where's this
where
go?
it all goes downhill.
Hey, if you think that Swift and Vaughn are bad picks, then I've got a super flex dynasty best ball league for you, my friends.
Yeah, let's do a 3-man. You, me, and Brett. We'll really see who's the true Godfather.
And then I've got 2 successful wide receivers, Chase Claypool and Brian Edwards.
You really Donald Trump that 2 great wide receivers, Brian Edwards. He's incredible.
You should have just taken Lynn Bowden Jr.
Oh, nice. Davis, don't interrupt the Overzet Trump bit.
Chase Claypool. He's going to be the best wide receiver on the Steelers in 4 years. Book it.
Why does your Donald Trump
Yeah,
sound
that's not
like,
a good Trump. You sound like a ghost.
It sounds like the guy who does Blue Steel. Why can't I think of that movie?
Ben Stiller?
Yeah.
Love Zoolander. Great film. Terrific film.
Many people are saying it's the funniest film.
That's a great
I'm a prop comic, not an impressionist, okay?
Well, really, what are fantasy football podcasts but extended improv bits?
That's right. This whole draft was a bit, man.
Legit or a bit is really the future of the show, Dave. I got to hand it to you. That was good.
From you guys' standpoint. All right. So we're just going to we're going to delay the whole
voting thing.
No,
We're going to put this poll up in 5 years so we can really assess who.
Because that's how Dynasty works.
No, we got to do some hypothetical trades, but I don't think we're gonna have enough time for that. So, let's just go ahead, and if you could not vote for your own team, who would you vote for? And not my team either. So, who would you vote for?
Peter.
With the Peter? Really? Okay. Why?
He's got a quarterback, and he followed the rules. And he didn't take Brian Edwards.
We don't even know what the rules are. He made them up as he went.
Exactly. He's the founder. I mean, pretty close between him and Tuttle because Tuttle has Jalen Hurts. So
yeah, if it wasn't like in the spirit of a super flex league, Tuttle would win. Those receivers are sick for sure.
I want to vote here, but I keep looking at this AJ Dillon character. I don't know if I can pull the trigger.
You just have a little Wisconsin anti-bias. Dude's
it's
Derrick
definitely
Henry
true.
2.0, man.
Derrick Henry 2.0.
He's a grown-ass man, Tuttle. Just come to grips with it.
He's going to average those 2.1 yards per carry.
Yeah, I mean, who needs it when you're getting all the goal line carries? He's basically our generation's John Kuhn.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I'm going to change my vote from Tuttle because him picking Jonathan Taylor in the first round over Quintus Cephas.
It's disingenuous touting at best.
That's disingenuous. All right. Closing thoughts. Peter.
I had a fun time. This was a really good, just kind of fun show, I thought.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying. We're in mid-season form here on the Swolecast.
Good to be back. Good to be back as far as picking and choosing players and bashing on those players. Me making good picks and getting chastised for them. We're back into
David making the rest of us look sharp.
David, you should do a tweet at your projection for Keyshawn Vaughn, and then we can send it to the Old Takes Exposed guy, and it'll be a good time.
No,
yeah, well, really, it'll bring it all in a whole circle.
I felt Peter trying to get in on the Keyshawn Vaughn thing last week, and I had to kind of get you out of there. You tried to Davis it with getting in on the Keyshawn train.
What did I do? I don't even. Was this pre-draft?
You were saying Keyshawn Vaughn was the first overall pick,
buddy. That was actually Peter stealing a joke from me. One of the only jokes he has ever stolen from me.
So Peter is stealing from me and you in the same tweet. That's like
he wasn't being
level.
He was being facetious.
And that's another round of legit or bit.
Thank you, Davis, for clarifying. All right, Tuttle. Any thoughts? Would you want to join like a Superflex Dynasty?
Yeah, Tuttle. Do you want to join one so you can get in? I want to start another one.
You know what? I think I'm pretty busy. I think I'm just going to end on a high note here with clearly the best draft on.
Imagine the first time it's like 7:00 in the morning. You're like 4 of your kids are running around, and Brett Devine is like Skyping you, trying to be like, "Look, we need to do this 4th round pick swap." That's
Honestly,
really
I
all
can't
it
him to
is.
hold on because you
That
had
sounds
Green
excellent.
Baseball to issue ownership projections for.
What if we did a League of Legends Dynasty League?
No, stop.
Jackie Love,
All right.
Jackie Love 101, baby. Best player in the world.
Davis, you got any closing thoughts?
Just, I need everyone to know Jalen Hurts is going to score a lot of fantasy points.
All right.
Tuttle was sharp. He did the right thing.
All right, good show, guys. It was a gathering of positivity, I feel like, for the most part on this show. That is, it's going to be our motto going forward. Forward-thinking show. Appreciate Davis, Dan, and Peter getting clearing their schedules for the show. If you guys like it, leave us a thumbs up on YouTube. What should they do that to that subscribe button? Like AJ Dillon it, right, Peter? Like
Just smash the living fuck out of it.
oh my gosh.
We're going to get demonetized now, Pete.
Dude.
And the RG account is suspended.
Oh, God.
If people have been watching the poker streams, far worse things have been said on these airwaves.
Yeah, we have delisted.
Oh, are we doing the DFS Poker Open this week?
I don't think it's this week. Maybe next week though. Be on the lookout. Good plug, Davis. Be on the lookout for that. And we've got like all sorts.
Why don't we
sports
just do it
opening back
every
up.
week? Cam, guys, why don't we just do it every week?
Davis, my
Please?
home game's running tonight.
I will. Can I play on my phone?
All right,
Oh, no,
that will
no,
do
no,
it
no.
for all. That will do it for
Good job, guys.
everyone. The Swolecast show. We'll see you next week. Later.